Okay, I'm going to start making this over here. Um, this is the slider block for the screw slider block. So before I do that though, I've kind of figured out how all this file management works for Onshape. So here's something I think you should do. First of all, the name of this, instead of calling it Trammel Base, I'm going to call it Trammel Toy. And you should too, because everything we do for the Trammel toy, whether it's the base or a slider block or anything we make, it's going to be under this main heading, Trammel toy. Now, down here, this is the name of all the things that are in here, and it's not just the toy. I'm going to rename this the Trammel base. And now I realize that I should probably have made this in a new studio, and I'm going to show you how to do that. First, let's duplicate this current studio, and it makes this one over here, Trammel Base Copy. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of these two parts, the top plate, right-click, delete, and I have to tell it, yeah, I really do want to delete that. Or I can also click on the bottom plate as well, and it'll delete both of them. Now I'm left with the pin slider block. Cool. And so I'm going to rename this the pin slider block. You'll see why we need these all separated here in a bit. And now I'll go back to what's supposed to just be the Trammel base, and let me get rid of delete the pin slider block. So now what I have is a studio with just the base. It's made up of two parts, and here I have the pin slider block. Okay, now to make this one, you'll notice it's like basically the same as this one. So what I can do now is I can right click here and duplicate that. And this one, this new one, which is called a copy, I'll right click. I'm going to rename that the screw slider block. Okay, this one's only slightly different, and here's what we can do now. So all these, like sketch 1 through I think extrude 3, I don't need. That was for all this making the base. So I can right click, delete those. I can delete this. So all I have left, if I hover over this, it's the sketch, extrude, and everything that has to do with this part. If you left that other stuff here, it's not a big deal, but I like to kind of clean it up. So now, here's the things that are different. You'll notice that there's no rounded corner here, so there's no chamfer on that edge. So now I can go over here, and that chamfer, not the chamfer, it's a fillet. That fillet, I could just delete it. Boom. And now it is a regular corner. The other thing is that this hole is hexagonal, so I'm just going to get rid of this old hole, delete that, but that dot, that point, is still right there. And let's put a hexagon there. So I'm going to go back to this sketch, edit, and let's look at the top view, and let's put a hexagon there. So we'll click like this, and it needs to be straight up, like, not like that, this way. Yeah. And that, so click once, and now click twice to tell it 6 sides. And now we can dimension that from, oh, this one's from side to side is 0.376. And it's, so we can accept that. And now I'll extrude down 0.2538. And we'll remove 0.2538. Okay, that now. Oh, looks like